Hey guys, the FM Gaffer here, and welcome back to my Tottenham Let's Play here on Football Manager 2017. Now today we have a very big game against Manchester United. I was going to do this and the previous game, Leicester, but instead I'm just going to do the Man United game. It's much more of an important game, and I don't want this episode to be too long because we had a very big episode last episode. So yeah, what's been happening since that last episode? Wow, that was the Arsenal victory, which was such a good result. And yeah, since then Arsenal and Man United have been slipping up a bit, but so have we, as you can see there. But let's get on to it. So Everton, really good win this one. We played a much rotated team as we had the big Leverkusen game that Tuesday, and we still managed to win it 2-1. Janssen gave us a lead. Yannick Bolasie got a really good equaliser, which actually was from a mistake, I think, actually from Alderweireld. So yeah, that made it 1-1. But then George Kevin Nkudu made it 2-1 late on, and we managed to hold out for the victory. Really good result, that one. An even better result was this one against Leverkusen at Wembley. We needed to at least draw this to guarantee our passage through, and we absolutely thrashed them. Kane gave us the lead in the first minute. They did equalise through Çalhanoğlu in the 12th minute before Kane's second and third late in the second half made it 3-1, and then Dragovic got Son off, and Eriksson finished it off with a header for 4-1, and a fantastic result. We topped the group, and hang on, where are we? Group stage. Don't remember which one we are. There we are. We were Group C. So yeah, we topped Group C. 15 points, 5 wins and 1 loss against Leverkusen. Barcelona won all their games apart from the ones against us and lost against us. Then Leverkusen won against us once, Apoel twice, and then lost against us once, and Barcelona twice. Then Apoel just lost everything. So yeah, we topped the group, fantastic result, and it meant that we got some sides that were second place. Now one thing to note, that Bayern, as you can see here, and Manchester City, down here, got knocked out into the Europa League, as did Roma, as did Villarreal, as did some other good teams as well, which was a real turn up for the books. Sporting Lisbon qualifying ahead of Man City, and Dynamo Kiev qualifying ahead of Bayern. Now, what that did mean is, well, okay, no, what that didn't mean, what was good about us going first is that we meant we could play a second place side. Now the choices were obviously Juventus, which would be very difficult, Kiev, Sporting Lisbon, Dortmund, and CSK Moscow. So Dortmund and Juventus would be the ones to avoid, and we ended up getting CSK Moscow. So that was a really good draw, as you can see here, and you've probably seen it before. But yeah, so the first knockout round ended up like this. For some reason, like, yeah, it looks like it's been right aligned, so that the team names over here. I think that's just like a bug. Maybe I should report bug. Oh, sorry, I just noticed that this morning, so I've just brought it into the video. But yeah, anyway, these are the first knockout round ties. So in terms of English clubs, we've got Arsenal versus PSG, which will be a tricky one. Leicester face Atletico Madrid. Barcelona face Olympiacos. Real Madrid face Dortmund. So yeah, Barcelona, the one time they come second, they get the easiest group toppers in the world. But yeah, anyway, we will have CSK Moscow, but that's all to come in the future. Today we have a Manchester United, but yeah, we've got to move on with the fixtures. So this one, another good win in the league, this time against Bournemouth, a 2-0 victory. Kane and Nkudu with 2 goals. You can see Nkudu scoring quite a few around this period. Then came a 3-0 victory at the Riverside Stadium against Middlesbrough. Son and Harry Kane's penalty gave us a 2-0 lead before Belotti made it 3. Then came this game against Sunderland, where we lost 1-0. Now, these were a couple of poor losses here, but to be fair, Sunderland and Watford were 4th and 5th at the time of playing them. Oh god, we're currently 3rd, and they're still 5th and 7th. So yeah, they're not doing too badly at all. And 1-0 defeats, you know, we didn't get thrashed at all. We did actually dominate this game against Sunderland, but Jermaine Defoe's solitary goal, I think, like, that's the impression I got. I don't know whether it will, yeah, okay, it does in the stats. So yeah, we dominated the game. 22 shots to 13, 10 shots on target to 3. Yeah, they came away with a 1-0 victory. So that really says it all. Sunderland defended very well and caught us on the break. Pickford had a great game actually in goal in that game. Same sort of story against Watford, although we weren't as good actually. I think we probably didn't deserve to win. Actually, we did have 22 shots, but yeah, as I say, shots to shots on target ratio was awful compared to theirs. They had 6 out of 8, we had 5 out of 22. And one of those they put away with Troy Deeney getting the goal. We did, however, return to winning ways against Southampton. This is obviously all these games came one after each other. Obviously that to there is all in December. So yeah, it was a lot a lot of games. The Christmas period is always very tight, a lot of games coming at once, and it was no different. And yeah, this Southampton game we managed to get a win here. Belotti and Kyle Walker with the 2 goals. Harry Kane and Vincent Janssen did actually get injured at the same time around this period. I think Harry Kane is still out. He is indeed. So he will not be available for today's game against Manchester United, which is a big loss. He's still out for 1 to 4 days. Lamela obviously still out for another, about a month or 2. And I think, Janssen was only injured for a couple of days, I believe. So yeah, that's why he is no longer injured, obviously. So yeah, this one's a 2-0 victory. Belotti and Walker, as I say. And then we just beat Leicester City in the game that I was going to live com, but didn't. 1-0, Christian Eriksen with the only goal of the game. We sort of sat on that afterwards. Gave Adebayor 90 minutes. In fact, I gave everyone 90 minutes because I forgot to make substitutions. But yeah, I gave him his first start. Still yet to score for the club. Obviously, Belotti and Janssen have. And yeah, you'll notice that it's the 2nd of January, which means we are in the transfer window, and we've already made 1 signing. So we made Dazal on the last day of the previous transfer window. It's just a £1 million deal, just because he's sort of a youth prospect. And it's the same sort of deal here with Jules Koundé. So yeah, he's a centre-back, French, 18 years old. Maybe could become a homegrown player if we play our cards right. 3.2 million from Bordeaux. Looked like a good talent, and as you can see, he's got good attributes in defensive areas for an 18-year-old. Marking, obviously, the big thing to work on. But yeah, he could be a very good player. Defensive centre-back. Is that a new centre-back thing? I swear there was only just ball-playing central defender and limited defender. Defensive centre-back. Okay, so I guess it's just the new version of limited defender. So yeah, that he's best at that. So yeah, that'd be cool to maybe try and put into our team, maybe. As marking is only a grey attribute, so it's not as important as in the other two centre-back roles. So yeah, Jules Koundé there. We are looking at 1 or 2 other deals. We had a load of loans out during the since the transfer window. So Whiteman, Reynolds, Owen, Dinzeye, and Brown all going out on their respective loan deals to usually non-league clubs. But yeah, that's really it in terms of transfers. One transfer I do want to make on the ins, one that I've already made on the ins, is this. Louis Schaub has signed a pre-contract deal, meaning that he will join us at the end of the season. Currently 22 years old, Austrian, fairly young, but yeah, it looks like a really good talent at attacking midfield, and he could be a good backup / first team for us. Also, Saido Bennett Rahino, you see our inquiry has been rejected. However, the thing is, he is leaving on a free transfer at the end of the season. His contract does not run out. It runs out at the end of the season, which would be perfect. I mean, we could sign him on a pre-contract deal now if he wasn't already playing in England. As he plays in the same nation as us, we can't do the pre-contract deal. But hopefully, nobody comes in for him this transfer window, and we can sign him as a free agent when his contract runs out, because I doubt he will be signing another deal with West Brom, as he's not too happy being there. But yeah, it would be fantastic to pick him up for no transfer fee. So we're looking at that. But yeah, I'm just monitoring him, making sure no other bids come in for him. As you see, he is wanted by a couple of other clubs, Chelsea and Man City there. So yeah, hopefully they don't make a bid. To be fair, West Brom are being pretty steep. If you try and make a bid, they say like 24 million, which is ridiculous when you can just get him on a free 6 months later. But yeah, let's get into the actual game today. So this is going to be the team against Man United. Lloris in goal, Walker and Rose as the fullbacks, Jimenez and Alderweireld centre backs, Eric Dyer and Ericsson in the middle of actually we're going to swap Ali and Ericsson. So yeah, Eric Dyer and Ali in the centre mid positions. Son on the left, Sissoko on the right, Ericsson through the middle, and Belotti up front. Bench of Vorm, Vertonghen, Wanyama, Janssen, Mateu, Nkudu, and Adebayor. Is there no Belotti? Is he? Sorry. Oh yeah, Kane's the one that's out. So yeah. Okay, so let's submit that team, get into the game, and yeah, we'll do our best to get the victory. Obviously, we're actually favourites, so that's going to be that's good to hear. So hopefully we can achieve that favourites tag and get the victory. Man United's team looks pretty good. They got Danilo, who we almost signed at right back, Mkhitaryan on the left, Mata and Rooney. So no Ibra, he's on the bench. So is Depay, so is Herrera, so is Willems, Lingard, Schneiderlin, and obviously Romero. So yeah, they have left out a few of their players. Yeah, we'll just do the opposition instructions. And I think as Man United are a very key, good team, the fans route is a good way to go here. But unfortunately, it only made difference to one player, Kyle Walker, but still, we've got 6 good reactions at the end. Hopefully we can go out there and produce a good performance, one worthy of beating Manchester United. As you can see, they're currently top of the table. Well, Arsenal are actually top of the table, but whichever way this game goes, one of us will be top of the table afterwards. As Arsenal have 2 games in hand, which is annoying. Obviously, the one that they're going to play, which is like this weekend, and they also had another game in hand where they didn't play West Ham one weekend for God knows why, but yeah. So we've got to sort of keep that in mind when looking at points totals. As Pogba hits a shot wide there, but yeah, a win today would put us 3 points clear, obviously, of Manchester United and 3 points clear of Arsenal, which meant if they slipped up this weekend, then we'd net be level on points if they win their game in hand. It's all very confusing, but yeah, we're looking good in this three-way battle for the title, as it looks like it's going to turn out between these teams. As you can see, Liverpool 7 points adrift, Sunderland same sort of score, and then after that 5 points to Man City and Watford. So yeah, it's quite we're quite in front, us three, as in terms of Man United, Tottenham and Arsenal. But there you go, we have just taken the lead here at White Hart Lane, and as it stands, we're going to do the double over Man United. That just came to me. We currently are going to go top of the Premier League, and there you go, Christian Eriksen with the goal on 16 minutes. Belotti did well. It came to Eriksen, who played it to Dyer, who played the 1-2, and Eriksen from a tight angle squeezed it past De Gea to make it 1-0, and that is a fantastic goal to score so early on and give us a real foothold in this game. However, Man United come forward. Now Pogba hits the shot from 35 yards, bit ambitious, not really troubling Lloris at all. But yeah, Mata on the ball now. Valencia, Mata finds Pogba into Rooney. Mkhitaryan now from the angle. Lloris with a good save, being equal to it. Juan Mata now will swing in the corner. Jimenez heads it behind. Sorry, no, it was actually Fellaini's head that it came off last and went out for a goal kick. Dyer almost picking up a yellow card there. Just reading the commentary. Same with... Oh no, Son actually does get a yellow card. So yeah, there you go. De Gea now with the long kick. Look towards Valencia. Alderweireld gets there. Son into Dele Alli. Ali comes to Mata and Valencia and Mata. Sorry, Rooney. Mata, Pogba. Mata, Rooney. Valencia. Oh, trying to keep up and getting behind. Anyway, Bailey into Fellaini. To Valencia now. Fellaini. Mata. Alderweireld gets that clear, and Belotti's on the ball now. Can he hold it up? He gets fouled by Fellaini, who gets a red card. Fellaini gets sent off, and I think Son now in towards Belotti. Sorry, I should have paused it and compose myself for a second. What have they done? Fellaini's been sent off. They brought off Mkhitaryan for Jetro Williams, so it looks like they're adding to their defence, and it looks like they've pushed up Valencia into where Mkhitaryan was playing. So yeah, what formation are they playing now? Formations. So yeah, a 4-3-1-1. Maybe... Oh, okay, so they're sort of playing Valencia as a centre mid. Maybe if we play a bit wider, higher the tempo to sort of tire them out, exploit the flanks, look for the overlap. We're going to really try and take advantage of their change in shape. As Dele Alli to Rose. To Dele Alli. Eriksen. Out to Rose. Rose, Son, can he turn? Comes back to Rose. There's Sissoko, and there is 2-0. Only took a minute for that red card to be detrimental to Man United. Son played it back to Rose. Rose whipped it into the back post, and there was Sissoko on the volley. Empty net, and it's 2-0 now. Fantastic result so far. There's another chance here as Sissoko goes closer. Jimenez was in there as well, but it's eventually been scraped clear by Man United. But we are playing some really nice stuff right now. However, Man United are still a dangerous team, and as Pogba has a shot which tests Lloris, goes out for a corner. Mata now to swing in that corner. Dyer gets there before Willems. It's now Blint into Bailey. Bailey into Willems. Dyer does really well, and Belotti is now clear on this right hand side. Does he have men in the middle? He wins a throw in, and yeah, that'll be the end of that. But yeah, we still are obviously 2-0 up, and there goes the half-time whistle. Very happy. They're down to 10 men. We're 2 goals up. We've got the cushion. As long as we don't do something completely stupid, we should be picking up 3 points against a key title rival here. And that would just be absolutely fantastic. However, we are struggling to retain possession a little bit more. Maybe if we go shorter passing, as Danilo now into De Gea. Jimenez wins the header. Pogba down to Schneiderlin, into Lingard. Dele Alli with a great challenge there into Son. Son into Eriksen. Ericsson out to Sissoko. Sissoko takes on his man and gets the ball in, but it's a poor cross. And yeah, it goes out for... Oh, okay, I thought it was a goal kick, but clearly De Gea turned it behind. Ericsson's corner comes out to Walker. Belotti now. Belotti hits the shot, but that's very high and wide and not very handsome, as the commentators say. Rooney gets an offside call there. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. We should probably make some substitutions. Sissoko is looking kind of tired, so is Ericsson. But there's not a lot we can really do. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll bring on Wanyama for Ericsson, put Dele Alli further forward, and then swap Wanyama and Dyer and change Dyer to a box-to-box. I know he can play there fairly well. In terms of Sissoko, we can swap him with Son and then bring on Nkudu. So yeah, that'll be good. Got 2 inside forwards now, so we'll be cutting in and hopefully using the overlap that we've got on the instructions to penetrate Man United. Here's Lingard now. Dyer intercepts Nkudu. Back to Dyer. Dele Alli spreads it wide to Son. He's got an overlap there, but Kyle Walker doesn't seem particularly keen. But Nkudu does have a keen overlap in Danny Rose. And Danny Rose now in the ball in. Son's there. And it's, I think it was hit the post. Not saved by De Gea. Son going very close to a 3-0 lead. And yeah, we're playing some really nice stuff now. Blind into Rooney. Man United, as I say, still dangerous. Pogba on the ball. Schneiderlin hits the shot, and it's very, very wide from Schneiderlin. Nowhere near the goal. And yeah, really wasn't troubling Lloris one bit with that. Willem's picking up a booking there. And Jimenez now taking the throw to Rose. Ball in towards Son. It comes out to Wanyama. Wanyama to Dyer. Dyer can't do anything with it. And Schneiderlin finds Pogba, who finds Willems. Wanyama cuts out. Son looks for Nkudu, but Danilo comes back and gives it straight to Belotti, who should have done better with that. Hits the shot wide. Really should be at least testing De Gea there. But it looks like the game is just going to pitter out and finish 2-0. Although Bailey on the ball to Pogba. To Willems. Wanyama cuts out. Dele Alli. Eric Dyer. Dele Alli looks to Walker. Wanyama now. Wanyama. Can he find the right winger? No. Dele Alli. Son. Son to Belotti. Belotti to Dele Alli. It hits Eric Dyer and comes out to Danny Rose. Ball in towards Belotti. De Gea comes to claim. And that will be that. 2-0 here at White Hart Lane. Fantastic result. We beat Manchester United, a title rival, and we go top of the Premier League by 3 points from Arsenal and Man United. Let's just see if Arsenal can take the victory in their game, which... Oh, okay, it's Monday. So I assume... Oh, no, because it's... Wait, have they already played? Have they... How is this working? Let's go on league table matches. So, Arsenal... Not play. We played in the 5 o'clock kickoff. Did they play on... Okay, so yeah, on New Year's Eve we had a set of fixtures where we beat Leicester and they beat Swansea. So are they playing in tomorrow? Okay, they're playing tomorrow against Everton. So let's just advance on and see how they do. Also, if any transfer action goes on in this brief 24-hour period, then you guys can see it. As you can see, some loan players are coming back. Luke McGee, Peterborough have made a bid because he had a future fee in his loan contract of £250,000. They have met that, so I think they're currently in talks to sign him on a permanent deal. They have a similar deal with Adua, which is £100,000, but they haven't activated that yet. And let's have a look to see if Will Miller has a similar thing. No, he has no sort of future fee or anything, so he will just be returning to the club. Team of the week, there you go, Son and Eric Dyer, both in it. Obviously we had a couple of games this week, so it wasn't just the game that you just saw against Man United. But yeah, good to get 2 people in that. Wanyama showing good training. He's looking good in training and playing quite well as well. He actually came to me with sort of like the lacking first team football kind of thing. Played him a bit more, and I've definitely been rewarded by some good form there. But yeah, why not? We'll just scout. These guys can hurt. Youth facilities, yeah, whatever. Shayon Harrison, as you can see here, is going to go out on loan to Shrewsbury. I'll accept that. Yeah, some of the young players that around the first team squad that have played once or twice, like in the League Cup and stuff, but aren't really going to see much game time. I'm just going to let them go out on loan as long as 100% of their wages being paid. That's something I always make sure of. Brentford scouting report. We've got them in the FA Cup in about a week's time. Okay, it's going to save the game, so I'm just going to skip forward until we find out Arsenal's result, and then I'll wrap up the episode. Alright guys, so that Arsenal game ended up finishing 3-1 to Arsenal. So if we look at the most up-to-date Premier League table. They're currently ahead of us on goal difference, and they've got a game in hand. So we do need to still make up some ground on them, but this win today has been fantastic, getting us 3 points clear of Man United, and we're now 4 goal differences ahead of them, whereas we were level before today. The next time I will probably join you guys will likely be the CSKA Moscow game. Should I do them all together, or no? I think I'll probably do Burnley and CSKA Moscow, because it's good to do some, you know, lower down teams as well. So yeah, I'll join you for Burnley, then CSKA Moscow, and then I'll do CSKA Moscow and Chelsea the time after. So I'll see you guys for that one. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one though. If you have, smash that like button. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I've been the FM Gaffer. I'll see you guys next time.